Hey, Aaron, we're back.
We're back.
It's been a while.
Hello.
It's been too long. We've been
Been
busy.
too long. Super busy.
Super busy, and real estate is good.
Real estate is good.
Yes. We have not as many houses on the market as we need right now. I'm sure our buyers know that.
Yes. And we've got a couple coming up. I mean, we do.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
some
we do.
listings
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
up,
we do
so.
too. And we had some listings this week. We looked at 3 homes on tour. And a couple got listed today. You're listing one today. I'm listing one tomorrow. So, but real estate is awesome right now. Interest rates have stayed pretty steady.
Still at 7.
Yeah, they are. But
Doesn't mean it's a bad time to buy a house.
no, because I think your mom told me one time when they bought their first house, interest rates were like 18%. So, no, it's a great time to buy a house. We've got so much going on here, and so.
And you can always refinance when the rates go down.
You can refinance. The rental market, same. I don't know if we even have, I don't know how many on the rental market, but not
There
enough.
was like 2 last time I looked.
So we do have the North Platte complex. We do have a few out there, and those are really nice, and all utilities included. And we have the ones down on Eugene, and those are all utilities included. And then we had a couple houses come up. So our rental department has expanded again. Now we have a team of 5. That is super exciting for us. But we keep them busy.
Yes. I mean, that should say we went from, what, 3?
3 to 5.
In a couple months.
Yeah.
So that should
Tell you
how busy we are. So.
If our public, our audience hasn't been down to Gateway, they should come down and see our remodeling that we've done. It's beautiful.
Almost done.
Yeah. So I think all in all, the housing market is just wonderful here with the growth.
I agree.
So as you and I were driving today, we talked about McCabe's that is just down the street, right? And
Right on the corner there.
yes, so our baseball player that we are hosting went to the other night, and he said all the pool is free, and it was so pretty in there.
Which is very uncommon.
I know. That's where they're going to hang out, I think, now.
So I need to get down there and check it out.
We, speaking of baseball, our North Platte 80s baseball team's on the road.
Yes.
They are in Trinidad, Colorado right now, and they won last night 12-7. So, and Luke pitched, so I'm super excited about that. And there are about 25, 30 boys. If people haven't been to the game, I know your dad went the other night. We try to hit, we don't hit all of them, but quite a few of them. Down at Bill Woods Field, they have great concessions.
And we are sponsoring one of the games.
We are sponsoring a game the end of the last Friday in July. We'll have 50 free tickets. And then Kevin and I are going to feed the team after the game. But, you know, they were ranked second.
Really?
The other day, they were ranked second in their league.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Isn't that awesome?
That's good.
So super, yeah. They are really good. Like, to go watch them, they're doing great. So we love having Luke stay with us, and I'm learning more about baseball than I ever thought I would know.
Sure.
They put on kids camps. They have played the Miracle League, which Lori Hansen heads up. They've done, your dad did a thing for them, and I guess we partnered with them, Gateway and Nebraska Athletic Club. They're doing a fundraiser next week, I think, out of Axes and Aces. So people can go out and meet the team.
Yeah. And these guys are some of the most respectful gentlemen I have ever met. I mean,
Super sweet guys.
yeah.
I know, we're going to adopt
So
Luke, I
next
think.
year, if they're looking for host families, maybe think about it.
We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you need to do it.
No.
We
Kids in the house still.
We would do it. We would do it again. So have you participated in any Nebraska Land Day stuff?
Prime rib feed.
We took our entire team down to the prime rib feed. We bought 40 tickets. It's the most we've ever bought.
Yeah, that was nice.
Awesome to see our entire team down there. And
Food's always good.
oh my gosh, the prime rib was delicious. So
Yep.
that was a lot of fun. And the weather was beautiful.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Until the wind came up a little bit.
Yeah, and then I got. Did you see that?
Yeah, I was sitting there. Sadie's.
Coleslaw.
I think I heard 3,000 meals, close to 3,000 meals is what they served.
Okay.
If you want.
Yep, I'll get.
That's what we talked about.
No,
this
I saw that on actually Facebook somewhere.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So I don't know how long they've been doing the prime rib feed. Do you know?
Probably a long time. I mean, since I can remember.
Okay, so we got a sandwich, chips, coleslaw, and a drink, right? And the picnic table's down here on Bailey by the Fox Theater, and I heard that they sold 3,000 meals.
That's a lot.
I
That's a
know.
lot of meat.
I
How many cows that is.
I don't know how many cows that is. That's a lot of prime rib. There's only certain areas you can get the prime rib from, so that's a lot of.
Oh, yeah.
The boy is so good. Ours was delicious.
Yeah.
So I love those traditions that Nebraska Line Days has kept on doing. I think the mutton bust one was after that, maybe.
Because your California client went.
Oh, he went to mutton busting, yeah. Last night was cowboy kickball.
I don't know if they did that because of the rain.
They did do that.
They did?
They did do that. So,
Some they might cancel, but.
and then the concerts start Friday night.
Yep.
I know we are taking tickets for Rotary, Kevin, I, and Teresa are, to represent Gateway. So they had a change with Luke Bryant to Eric Church, and that's went over pretty well, it looks like, on Facebook. So, yeah, Nebraska, and then it winds down.
Thank goodness.
You're not a fan of the traffic. I love everybody coming to town to see what we have to offer for North Platte, and things are just continuing to boom. Since we talked last, we've heard about that Amazon center going in, or the warehouse.
Warehouse, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's something new. I saw something the other day about the Inland Port Authority, so that's still moving forward really well. And
Sustainable employees are definitely.
we have seen so many sustainable beef employees come through our doors looking for rentals, and we're becoming able. We've got a good flow of sustainable beef going, so we're able to help them.
Yep.
And hopefully they can find as much joy and fun in this community as we do. So we are going to be talking to
Special guest.
TinaMaria Fernandez today from HOPE Esperanza. She's our guest, and I'm going to chat with her this afternoon. The programs, she came and talked with us at Gateway. The programs they had are immense. I could not believe how many programs came out of there.
If you haven't heard about them, they're one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most important organizations in North Platte.
I agree.
For what they do. So.
Yeah. And on their Facebook page, so I try to share when they have food, and like they get a lot of food to give away. They have the furniture place, they have the clothing store, just so many beautiful opportunities for people to be taken care of in areas that need. So I'm excited to talk with her. She's just serving as comes out of her heart. So. Today I have TinaMaria Fernandez from HOPE Esperanza, and Aaron and I talked about it a little bit today, how many programs they have. So welcome to the Gateway Podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes. So I want to talk a little bit about HOPE Esperanza and what you offer. I know that we've had some phone calls from you guys doing some interpreting, so thank you so much for that, because our population has changed in the last 2 months. So that's awesome what you guys offer. So I want you to talk about that today. And then you have a new book that you just wrote with your son.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, so HOPE Esperanza, so I did a community needs assessment clear back in 2022. I wanted to see, I've been a social worker in this community for years, lived here, grew up here. There's just a lot of nonprofits that do great things, but there's a lot of people that kind of get left out of that sector. So why do we continue to have so much need when there's so many nonprofits serving them? So really to address that, you have to understand the barriers to those needs. So to say you have a transportation issue or housing issue, like sometimes there's other things that are working against a family. And so we really wanted to understand the barriers behind that.
Awesome.
So all of our programming is based on that it needs assessment and us continuing to assess the needs of the people that we serve.
How many programs do you have under your umbrella?
So we have 7 pillars, but we have programming underneath each pillar. So.
And you came and talked to Gateway, and we were blown away by the amount of programs that are under those pillars and what you offer. And I guess do you see people in every day?
We do. Mm-hmm. We do.
And that population has changed also?
It has.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how can you help with the language barrier? What do you do to service all those different needs?
So we provide language access in the form of interpretation, which is oral interpretation, and then translation, which is anything written, writing
Okay.
down a written thing. Those are the two differences. We serve, so all of my people are bilingual, English and Spanish. Many of them are from Mexico. Once in a while, there'll be a little just misconception, the different dialects in Spanish, but we're able to break those down. Now we're starting to see, because of the meat packing plant, we're starting to see other cultures come into the community. We're getting Somalians and Kenyans, and we've helped Uganda, and the nurse. International nurses. Great Plains has brought in some international nurses. So we have the Spanish, English classes. We do have our interpreters that are frontline. We also have the language devices that we use. They're the Jarvisons, and they are showing up all over the community. We've shared that. So the important thing behind that is using kind of a universal device. Is if you come to us and you see that device, and now you're down at the police station, you're seeing the same device. You're already familiar with it, regardless
That's
of
awesome.
so then they know how to use it. And so
I know for property management, we have, we're learning about who we can call to find help, or just some of the culture changes. So we've been able actually to put some people in some apartments and some homes. So that's really been awesome to be able to help the community, and because definitely love to see the growth here.
Yeah.
What are some of your most prevalent programs, or the most used programs?
I think our food insecurity program is pretty unique. Now there's several food pantries in town. We never like to replicate services. So where you see something that may seem replicatable, it's because there's a barrier that's there. So we deliver to our homebound individuals. Sometimes that's local people. They're just older, and they they don't have a car, they don't have the ability to get to us, so we'll drop off food in a box to them. So we have the food box program that happens every Monday at 5:30. We also have these green boxes that are located in the 5 quadrants of the community, intentionally breaking down food insecurity 24/7 with integrity. Basically, you can walk up 24/7 and get access.
Where do you get your food donations from?
A variety of places. So we get some from the Salvation Army, Walmart DC, Walmart Supercenter, the food bank.
Okay.
So depending on where we get it, that food can be given out in various ways. So
I know I try to share anything that I think is an amazing need on Facebook when I see it, because the more people that can use your services, then you guys can grow, and our community can just flourish.
Right.
So and then you have a furniture. I know you can go get furniture somewhere.
Yep, we have a furniture pod, and that's located out by Madison School.
Okay.
It's at the ESU 13 building. It's the old, we do that in partnership with Rape and Domestic Abuse Center and West Central District Health Department. So basically, say if you have a couch, you're getting a new couch, you have a gently used couch, you want to get rid of it, you give it to us. We donate it back out completely free to the community. Keeps it out of the landfill. It's publicly minded,
And I'm sure that there's a need right now as people are coming into our community for that.
A lot of people are coming in just sedan, whatever they can fit in it. And so when they do get a house from you, rent a house from anyone, they need to, furnish it.
Furnish it, yeah.
And then we have the clothing closet also that we do in partnership with the same
And where is that
organizations. And that one's 303 South Dewey. It's in an old church.
Okay.
And we have just clothes and
The people can
dishes
come in, and it's free.
It's free.
That's amazing. I mean, I just love that you guys have just expanded to really listen to the community and what they're needing. And I know that you'll probably expand more, as I know you've definitely helped with some interpretation things, and we're actually looking at getting some type of interpretation device also, because I think last night between 4 and 5 we had 10 people walk in for rentals in just that hour. So, and we do have rentals available right now, so we're able to hopefully help people, but we know that we need to get something to help in that capacity. So tell me about your new book.
So I am actually leaving tomorrow morning, very early, to go to Oaxaca, Mexico. I am writing a book. I'm part of the Sure Risk Catalyst program, which is a good funder of HOPE and the great work that we do too. So I get to go to a writing retreat and write a book. Because I am very busy, I'm actually a nurse in real life. That's my real job.
I know
and then
you
I
are.
also do HOPE on the side. That requires me to travel, be gone, conferences. So I always try to be very mindful of the time that I'm taking away from my family and make sure they understand why I'm doing the things that that I am. So when this came about that I had the opportunity to go to this writing retreat and I'm going to be gone for a while, of course I set my family down, told them what I wanted to do. And my son, he's like a 10-year-old, 30-year-old. He was very thoughtful, I could see it. And a couple days later, he comes down and he sits on the couch and I had my computer out and he just sat there and I could tell there was something on his mind. And he's like, Mom, I think it's really cool that you're gonna go write a book in Mexico, but I just don't think it's fair. And I'm like, okay, expecting him to say like, you're gonna go to Mexico,
Right.
you're gonna travel, you're gonna do all these things, you know. And he's like, don't you think I have something to say? And I'm like,
Oh, he is a 30-year-old in that.
well, what do you have to say? And so he had some days out of school because of the snow days, you know, those groups of days where they were just out like 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
And so we sat down, we got the whiteboard out, and we decided that we were going to write this book together. And so we brainstormed a lot of ideas. We're already working on our next book that he's come up with as well. So the foundation was very much him. I just helped shape it and wrote the words, and then he illustrated the book. So the book is called Nico's New Home. It is a children's book minded. It's a 10-year-old raccoon who
Okay, yeah.
moves from Nebraska, or moves to Nebraska. He is different than the other animals, so it could be taken, you know, in the race diversity aspect, or it could
Sure.
just be a children's book. And he experiences a very unwelcoming community. That's what he feels.
Okay.
That's his view. He comes across, you know, a group of hens that they're whispering, and he takes away that they're whispering about his family. So he comes up with all of these things. And as adults, I think we see certain situations and we bring stories into that, and we may ruminate in our head and play things over, and we come up with our own narrative. And so it could be very face value that this is animals not being nice
Sure.
to Nico, and
Yeah.
he decides he wants to leave. At the end of it, they find hope, and hope is really not just an organization.
It is.
It's a welcoming
Yes.
place that everybody needs,
Oh,
that they feel
I
like
love
they
that.
belong.
I love
and
that.
so at the end, his family finds hope, and all of the animals that have mistreated him, or under his understanding throughout the book, are actually at hope, and they embrace him and his family, and he feels very at home, and in the end he feels like, hey, maybe Nebraska is for me. And so our message to people is that no matter where you are in life, like, just provide that welcoming. Everybody needs to feel like they belong, and so that's really important in our community today of what's going on,
Yes.
because we all are all different, but we also all just need love. And
Well, if we think about it, America, years and years ago, people came over on the boats to Staten Island, to this, you know, Statue of Liberty, and that's how our country was
founded.
made. Yeah, founded. So I love his heart. That is awesome. I saw there's some elephants in here.
Yes.
And I saw
He's very proud of the
alligator. The alligator looks great. Let me see. What else did I see? Oh, some pandas.
Yes, with the lettuce. And if you notice, when they show up at HOPE, so this is actually our family. He made our family kind of, you know, because we are founding. He made our family. So he says, Micah the monkey, Jacob, my husband, the bear, Mama the polar bear. And I really wanted to be Queen Bee. I'm like, let me be Queen Bee. And he's like, no, you are polar bear.
And Abram the armadillo. Oh my gosh, that is, well, now I'm really excited for the second book, because this is amazing. So our kids are already even thinking about this, and probably maybe doing a better job than some adults as far as being welcoming.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Well, bless his heart. So now you're thinking about he's thinking about a second one.
So his second book, just to give you a little insight. So my son, he's very, very bright. He also struggles with ADHD.
Okay.
And there's been, you know, some differences in co-parenting, like don't take medicine, take medicine. He has discovered by 10, I just do better with medicine. If I go to school and I don't have my medicine, I have a very bad day, and it's a bad deal. Like, I need my medicine because I can't control my body. He's very focus oriented, but he can't stop moving. And so for him, he calls himself Micah the monkey in here. And for him, Micah the monkey needs to eat his special bananas in order to, you know,
Function
manage,
well.
function. And
That's how
what his body
self-aware
needs.
at 10 years old. That is amazing.
Yes.
So, wow, you have a special child. So if I wanted to buy this for my grandchildren, where would I find this at?
So Amazon carries it. You can also buy it on Blurb, but we have them down at HOPE. We were able to buy them in bulk, so we can sell them cheaper than you can online.
So how much are they at HOPE?
$20 at HOPE.
$20 at HOPE. Okay. Well, I think this is a lesson for not only kids, but adults, and a wonderful book,
Oh,
so.
and our local library is going to have it too, so you can check it out.
That's
if
awesome.
You don't want to buy it.
Love North Platte's supporting
Yes.
spirit. That's
Yes.
awesome.
It's fantastic.
Oh, can you give us an update on New Haven?
It needs to stop raining. I mean, thank goodness it's raining. I mean, we need the moisture, but it's hard to pour concrete when it's raining.
They are working on the townhouses. They're
Yep.
started on the townhouses.
Yep.
So we have, the triplexes are up, or some of them
Couple
are.
of them.
Yeah, and then now they're working on the townhouses.
Yep.
But yeah, the rain has definitely hindered, although you're right, we need it.
Yeah, need to get some roads in there.
Yeah, 4th of July is coming. I know they have fireworks out at the lake and in town.
Well, with all this rain, hopefully,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Sutherland has a huge 4th of July celebration. So if you're
I
not
know.
doing anything, you go over there.
I don't know where I seen it, but somewhere that said, or they thought they might cancel the fireworks because of how dry it was, but we've been getting a lot of rain, so.
Yeah. Gothenburg also has a huge celebration. So, and there'll be plenty of things here to do in town, but that's already 4th of July is next
The
week.
tents are going up.
Oh yeah, the fire. If you need fireworks, everywhere through town. I know.
So,
What else you got? Anything?
no, I think that's about it. Just looking
What
forward
I
to.
just allude to, like, if you haven't noticed on Facebook, we're encouraging, like, do you want to talk about encouraging our realtors to get out and do some fun reels?
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Okay.
If you just want to, like.
Yeah.
I don't
Stay
know,
tuned to
maybe one
Facebook
post
for
around.
Gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you see them around town, make sure you say hi if they're trying to just do the fun things in that North Platte has to offer, whatever that may be.
Okay.
So our awesome marketer Bobby has put a challenge out. Her and Suzette put a challenge to our team. Have you done yours?
No.
Because you don't like to. So Kevin and I are going to do ours today. Ambria is doing hers today. So basically, they challenged us to get out and do some videos and
Yes.
some fun stuff around the town.
Around town, yeah.
Yeah. And like Tracy is a star right now on social media, but we're trying to encourage everybody else to get into that
Right.
groove. And so, yeah, I don't know, I encourage people to follow Gateway Realty on Facebook because they'll see where we've
Yeah,
been.
yeah.
And then if you see people outside or out in town and they're doing something kind of crazy, just know that we're just having a lot of fun at Gateway.
Yep. And it's working, so.
Yeah, I think, I can't remember what Bobby said, but like Tracy put a video out and then she had like 20 minutes of watching and it was like a 3 to 5 minute video or something.
It was
Or
long.
5
Couple
seconds.
Hours.
Yeah,
Compiled.
hours, like 16 hours worth of
People
watching.
watching,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it'd be great if we could get a following for other people like that. But so we have had a lot of people do videos, so I'm anxious to watch them, but I think they're all on our website or our Facebook page. Something else I wanted to just tell you that we have a lot of stuff going on for Gateway soon. We're is it next Sunday? This coming Sunday, we're going to meet out at Cody Park and we're going to have ice cream.
Ice cream, yep.
And they have awesome ice cream. We have a summer picnic coming up. We have that night for the 80s ball game. So a lot of fun things coming up for Gateway.
And we'd like to do that with our agents.
Yeah, because we're a family.
Yeah.
More than a team. So, okay, I will see you back at the office, and I'm going to talk to Tina today, and then we'll talk later.
Sounds good.
Okay. Hey, we want to thank you for being with us at Welcome Home Gateway, and we will see you here in a few weeks. Have a great summer.